Why was Brigadier Gininda in full tactical gear at the inspection in Loco? In what has become one of the most explosive moments of the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, a senior police officer, Brigadier Gininda, stepped into the public eye not with words, but with presence. Not the calm, composed figure we've seen seated in courtrooms. No. This time he was almost unrecognizable, fully armed, face completely hidden, wearing a helmet, tactical goggles, and gripping what appeared to be a state-issued rifle. Not even the judge came this prepared. But why? Why was a state witness, testifying in a court of law, allowed to arrive at a peaceful crime scene inspection, dressed as if he was about to engage in armed combat? Was this protocol? Was it fear? Or was it a calculated show of power, dominance, and control? Let's break this down, because this wasn't just about uniform. This was about message. Brigadier Gininda isn't just a witness. He's the backbone of the state's entire case. As the lead investigating officer into the murder of Bafana goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa, he is the man who tied the narrative together. From the moment the 5 accused were arrested, Gininda's name has echoed through every affidavit, every court submission, and every media broadcast. He is the officer who pushed the theory that Meyiwa's death was not a robbery done wrong, but a hit, a planned assassination, a contract killing ordered by shadowy figures still unnamed in open court. And despite facing intense cross-examination and pushback from defense attorneys, especially about inconsistencies in his affidavits, changes in witness statements, and questions about due process, Gininda has remained firm. He has never backed down. And now it seems he's doubled down, not just with his words, but with his wardrobe. So when Gininda stepped into the scene inspection site, dressed like a tactical unit about to breach a building, it wasn't random. It was a statement. And perhaps that statement was, I am not just the investigator. I am the enforcer. I am the protector of this narrative. To understand why Gininda's appearance raised eyebrows, we first need to understand what the inspection in loco actually is. An inspection in loco is a legal term. It means on the spot. It's when the judge, lawyers, and relevant parties physically visit the scene of the crime, to visualize testimony, to clarify what was said in court, to examine the angles, distances, and layout of the place where the crime occurred. It is a standard, peaceful, observational procedure. No arrests are made, no suspects are apprehended. There's no tactical response required. Everyone knows they're being filmed, watched, and judged not just by the courts, but by the public. So again, why did Gininda show up armed, masked, and protected like he was about to face a violent confrontation? If the accused were already in custody, if the scene had already been secured, if the press, the judge, and even the legal teams weren't wearing any protective gear, then what exactly was Gininda preparing for? And even more disturbingly, who allowed him to do it? Let's break it down piece by piece. Helmet. Not just a ceremonial cap. This was a full ballistic tactical helmet used in riot control and live fire scenarios. Goggles. Blacked-out tactical eye protection, hiding his identity and shielding him from view. Face mask, a full black balaclava, covering his nose, mouth, and most of his jawline. Only his eyes, barely, were visible. Gloves and uniform. SAP's tactical gloves and Navy combat gear. This wasn't just about protection. It was uniformed intimidation. Firearm. Visible, slung tightly against his chest with his hands often resting close to it, a clear signal: I am ready for anything. In totality, his outfit wasn't just excessive, it was symbolic. This was not just the presence of a witness, this was the embodiment of the state's force. But it's not just about fashion, it's about intent. And it begs the question, did Gininda wear this to protect himself? Or was it designed to intimidate both the accused and perhaps even the legal teams and journalists documenting this trial? Here's where things get complicated, because the optics of this event cannot be ignored. In court, appearances matter. In a high-stakes murder trial with national attention, they matter even more. Gininda was not just anyone. He wasn't there in a private capacity. He was there representing the state. And in his full tactical gear, he came off not as a participant in justice, but as a man above it. No other witness in this trial has shown up like this. Not even the accused have been afforded that kind of visual control. They arrive under guard, handcuffed, heads bowed. Gininda arrived as the authority, as the force, as the symbol of state muscle. So we must ask, was this a security measure or a performance? Did the state knowingly allow this show of force? And what precedent does this set for future witnesses, for the balance of power in the courtroom, and for South Africa's already fragile public trust in its justice system? Let's recap. Brigadier Gininda is not just a witness, he is the narrator of the state's story. His testimony could send 5 men to prison. His affidavits could define the outcome of a murder that shook South African football and the nation's soul. And yet, while doing all this, he appeared in public as an armed, masked, militarized figure, in a legal process that is meant to be civil, peaceful, and just. This is no small thing. Because when justice is dressed in armor, when truth arrives hidden behind a mask, we must all pause and ask, who gave it the right to appear like this? Let us know in the comments. Was Gininda acting out of genuine fear, or was this state-sanctioned psychological warfare? Do you feel safer or more alarmed knowing this is what justice looks like? Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more raw, unfiltered coverage on South Africa's most controversial trial.
Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat.